Good morning, Bird Brains. Welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to be working on the Battle Donkey. So, in case you have no idea what this bike is, we took it from completely stock to what you see today. But there is one more thing that I want to do to it. Let's get into it. So during our last ride, I realized that I don't have any real lights on the side of my bike outside the forks and some on the back of the bag, but in the middle it's completely dark. And people say like, oh, you know, lights don't work, blah, 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 blah. I disagree. I am able to see bikes with LED lights way better than the bikes that don't have them. So today we're going to be putting on some goodies from our friends over at Sierra 3D. They were kind enough to send over this Shock and Awe 2.0. If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, I put their Shock and Awe 1.0 on the Dyna. But since this is a bigger bike, of course, we have some to go under the saddlebags as well as their fork-mounted illuminators. I'm really excited to try out this 2.0 because they did add a couple cool new features to it. So I'm gonna go over all that once I get on the bike. But for now, let's get to work. Alright guys, so quick update on what I've gotten so far. Got the battery and everything all accessible, and then what I like to do is I like to take all of the extensions that this kit comes with and pretty much just make an extension cord. That way I can see where on the bike I want to place them. I've got a total of 9 pods. I think what I'm going to be doing is 1, 2, and then on the other side 3, 4. 5 is going to be up underneath the spark plugs there. 6, 7 are going to be across the bottom. I usually do one across the bottom of the air cleaner, but with this air cleaner I really don't have that much room. Plus, with almost no chrome on the bike, it really doesn't make any sense to be trying to light up, you know, black stuff. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom. And then I'm thinking 8 and 9 should go in those pods right there. Of course, this is just kind of placed there. I'll clean that up, of course, but placing them on the inside of that lip, you can't really see the bulbs that much, and then it will actually light up those cavities in there. And then of course I will have the forks and everything down here illuminated with the fork mounted illuminators, and then I will have all the stuff in the back with those saddlebag extensions over there. That will run on this bar right here. The reason you put it on this bar is that way when you take your saddlebags off, you don't have to unhook your lights, and that will cast light down there. So I'll have light on the ground there, there, there. I'm thinking the only dead spot I might have is right around here, but I'm not sure how much light those fork illuminated ones are going to produce, so that might be my only issue. If not, I can always buy more flex pods to fill in that area, but I don't think that it'll be that big of an issue. I do want to focus more on lighting the ground more than the bike itself, just because, like I said, there's almost no chrome on the bike, so there's not many reflective surfaces. Anyways, back to work. Alright guys, quick update here. I got the 2 pods on this side. I also do want to point out that on the camera these look really like purplish and blue. That's not the case in person. These whites actually look really good. They're really white. So I got that one mounted under there. Got both bags done up. And then I don't have anything over here yet. I just mounted up the fork mounted illuminators. They're tucked in right there. And now I'm going to be focusing on getting those wired up, as well as finishing off this side, as well as the ones in the vents, which are going to be a little difficult to, you know, make clean since there's really no holes or anything. I definitely could take off this inner fairing, drill a hole in there, all that, but that's a whole lot more work than I want to be doing today. I probably will be pulling off that inner fairing to get it painted gloss black anyway, so if and when that time comes, I will do it then.
Do you pledge to the Biker Bird Patreon?
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Exclusive behind the scenes footage, Discord group chat access, discounts on merch, pledges to the monthly give back. All of this and more could be yours by simply visiting the Patreon link below. Handlebars, helmets, Cardo communicators, and much more are on the give back list where we select 3 winners every single month. So get the lead out of your panties and click that link. Now, back to the video.
Alright guys, so all of the lights are on. I did end up calling a little bit of an audible. Instead of doing 2 down below, I did go ahead and add 1 up here above the fender. The reason being is kind of twofold. That one underneath, I know it looks really centralized on camera and then I'm looking at it, but let me see if I can turn the lights off here. It still really doesn't do it justice, but that light is casting out a lot further than it looks like right now with that reflective surface in the camera. It doesn't do it justice here, but the lights back there are casting plenty down, and I had a really bad dark spot right here before I added this one, but now that that's on, everything below the bike is pretty even. There's a lot of light casting off of these down to the ground as well, and also the lights up in the grill got wired up. I think they look really good. Definitely a nice little touch. And also, this is something I realized when I had on my Dyna. I like having a light that I can see up front. That way I know when my lights are on and what light they are on. So pretty much all I have left to do is to tidy up. I've already tidied up the fronts here. Pretty much all I gotta do is this stuff and then the stuff underneath. I already got that one done. Need to do the other side, and then we'll be ready to wire it up to the brakes to see if I can get that to work. I know I've had some issues getting my brake stuff to work with the last mod I tried to do with the little flashies, but I have faith in this one. I think I should be able to get this one to work. And then after that, I will be, kind of going over the app and showing you the different features that are available within that. So let's wrap this up and then jump over to the app. Alright guys, so I missed one shot and it was kind of an important shot. I'm just a terrible YouTuber, but I was wiring up the brake override function, which I've noticed a lot of people who have done videos on this have overlooked, which I don't understand why, because it's a really cool feature. Let me show you what it does. So essentially you have a extra red wire coming off of the control box. The control box is of course hooked up to positive and negative on the battery, and then this red wire, using the supplied posi tab, I've connected into the brake lights. So if your bike is on, even though, I'll show you here, The light pods are right there. So that is with the system on. Yes, it's something crazy. That's kind of the point I'm trying to show here. But if you're running something crazy, if your state allows it for some reason, or you're just riding dirty and you pull the brake, the entire bike lights up red. Brake on, brake off, brake on, brake off, which is really cool because you're essentially turning your entire bike into a brake light. Brake on, brake off, and of course it works with the rear brake as well. But what's super cool is even if the system is off here, I'll show you here. All right, it's clicked off and you're riding down the road. Boom, it still works as a brake light. So your entire bike is lighting up red, which I'm pretty sure, I mean, I might get in some trouble for the ones up in the vent and maybe on the wheel, but pretty sure that is legal. But I mean, it's only legal if you get caught, right? All right guys, so I got the bike set up here on the lift. I got my phone over here on this camera, and I'm gonna kind of show you guys in real time what you can do with the app and some of the features within the app. So go ahead and look up Siro Shock and Awe on the Google Play Store, or if you like to see Homos Naked, you can do it on the Apple App Store as well. Once you pull it open, you'll see something similar to this, and this is your basic 3-tier screen. You have your basic, deluxe, and advanced. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and connect to the bike. I've already done it, of course. So up here on the top right is where you'll see your device showing, as long as you are not within sleep mode. I know you can't see this here on the camera. This says rename and disconnect. So I'm gonna go ahead and rename this to Battle Donkey. Hit OK. Please restart the controller and click OK. So I will go ahead and restart that controller. All right. And as you can see here, the name has changed to Battle Donkey. Now on these channels, I didn't set up my channels in any sort of fashion or way just because it's not something I want to do. But this does have 3-channel capability. So if you wanted to have your wheels on one color, your, I don't know, engine on another, and a dash on another, you can all set it up separately throughout the app here. You can also do music play. I don't think I have any actually I've got some, there we go. Some Between Two Wheels podcast action going on. You can change your threshold color to where wherever it gets louder, it goes to that color. As you can see, it's now flashing white and blue. That's another feature within there. You can also do microphone. So depending on where you're at, the louder you talk, the brighter the lights get. La, 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 things like that. You also have a camera color to where you can match it to a certain color. You also have a race mode here, which doesn't have anything to do with the actual lights. This is more of just like a GPS setting to where you can, you know, start a race here. Apparently it does have something to do with the lights because it flashes yellow and green. That's kind of cool. But as you can see here, it's timing how long this is taking, and it will use GPS to show your 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile. You can also change these 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 0 to 120. And you can also do 1/8, 1/4, 1/2 mile, and a mile, as well as your top speed and your distance. So that's just a cool little feature. And then within your settings, you can actually do a low voltage protection, which I think is a really cool feature. So it shows your current voltage here. Right now we're at 12 volts. If the voltage was to drop below 10 volts on my battery, it would automatically shut down the Siro system. And of course, this is where you can turn on your brake function, which if you look over to this camera, even if the system is off, as long as the bike is on, your brakes will trigger an override basically, which then makes the whole bike turn into a brake light. Really cool feature, probably my favorite feature on this entire thing. And then also on the settings mode, you have the official website as well as the email. You can email any sort of issues that you're having directly from the app. So if I were to click info, it would ask me what service I want to use, and I can use my email or whatever to then connect to Siro support. Going back to the main screen here, I can go ahead and if I want to turn on red, I hit power on and it then of course powers on. You can also use this to adjust the color. So that's white down to black, which is of course off. And then you can use this scale over here on the side to go ahead and cycle through the colors in real time with the app. Of course, from here you can also do flash. So if you want to adjust the brightness, you can do that, and then you can also adjust how quickly it flashes here. You can also do breathe, which is kind of a fade in, fade out effect. And then this is where I like to do most of my stuff, is within the deluxe. So within here you can select, I'll go ahead and click add. That way, say for example, if you wanted to, I don't know, let's do like a Cinco de Mayo theme. So we'll go green, maybe a little bit darker green for the first one. We'll leave the second one white, and we'll do the third one red. And then if you want to repeat that, of course, you just do green, white, red, and then we'll leave the last one white as well. Hit OK. It's going to ask you for a name. I'm going to put Mexico. Hit OK. And then once you click that, you can also have the option for it to switch, flash, breathe, or auto, which auto is it will fade in between the colors. So we'll go ahead and turn that one on. As you can see now, it's flashing green, white, and red. It's going through this pattern as it's laid out. And then from here, you can also adjust the interval, basically how fast it flashes, and also the brightness as well. All right, moving on to the advanced. I don't mess around with this one too much just because it's a lot more in detail than I would ever want to get, but it's basically the deluxe one on crack. So you get to adjust each color, each brightness, the time interval, and how it goes in between. So this is one that's just kind of preloaded into the app here. Go ahead and signal that one. As you can see, it's just kind of like a rainbow flash. But say for example, if I wanted this one to flash instead of switch, and then I want this one to breathe instead of switch, I can do that. You can see it breathes, flash, switch. And that's kind of hard to see with that many colors going on, but you can get super granular within this one. I like to stick within the deluxe. Here I have one called Popo, which of course is highly illegal, but just kind of like a red, white, blue flash. I also have one that I preloaded in here called Halloween, which is like an orange to purple. Slow that one down a bit. Does like an orange to purple, orange to purple, orange to purple, black. Just kind of something fun you can play around with. But if your bike has multiple colors, or if you just wanted to, I mean, you can do whatever with it. And of course, you can always power on and power off from here, as long as, once again, you are not within sleep mode. All right, guys, and there you have it. The Sero 3D Shock and Awe 2.0 kit. Very happy with this kit. Of course, Sero makes awesome products. If you want anything that you saw in the video today, the Shock and Awe 2.0 kit, the saddlebag extension kit, or the fork mount illuminators, I have gone ahead and included the links down in the description. Full disclosure, I do have a referral link, so if you use that link, it does help the channel out, and I do appreciate it. Also, I will be giving away some Sero products here shortly, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and click that Patreon link down below. We do a giveaway every single month where we pick 3 winners to win some pretty awesome prizes. So go ahead and head over there if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in. Other than that, it's going to do it for today's episode. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Stay.